Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here because today I want to talk to you about money magic. So grab a drink, tea, coffee, water, your drink of choice, get cozy, and let's chat. Recently on this channel, I've been talking a lot about wealth embodiment, and this is something I'm very passionate about talking about. It's what I love teaching on and what I love sharing, and it's really at the forefront of what I do both personally and in my business. And the idea of wealth embodiment is that when you embody or start acting like the version of you who has all the money you desire, mentally, energetically, action-wise, then you start to manifest the money that you want into your life. If you're familiar with the law of attraction, law of assumption, if you are in the spiritual or manifestation communities, this stuff is probably not new to you. But what I found is that no matter how skilled and practiced you are at wealth embodiment and money manifestation, there's still times when it feels really hard to embody that next level of yourself, where it feels really difficult to keep thinking abundantly or keep feeling abundantly before the money you desire shows up. And I've kind of committed myself now at this point in my life to helping people figure out how to master that art of embodiment. I even recently launched a membership devoted purely to this, which I'll put the link for that in the comments below if you're interested. But what I want to offer you today in this video is another tool to help you really connect with and embody that next level of wealth, all that money you desire, so that you can speed up the manifestation of it into your life. And that tool, like I said at the beginning of this video, is money magic. Now, what do I mean when I say money magic? In my mind, when I think of magic, I don't necessarily think of it as the stuff that you see in movies or the stuff that you read in fantasy books. Instead, I think of magic as practices and rituals that allow us to consciously harness our individual power as the creators of each of our realities. Truly, I see magic as a way that we can tap into the energy of the universe, because everything in the universe is energy. It's made up of energy. You're energy, I'm energy. This table is energy, this camera is energy. Everything is energy, including money. And when you tap into and consciously work with the energy of the world and with the other people around you, that really puts you in a powerful position. And that, to me, is what magic is when you're taking control of your life, when you're taking ownership of the power you have through different practices. So things like spells or incantations or charms. I do practice magic. This might be a little bit of a spiritual coming out of the closet kind of thing, because I don't think I've ever actually publicly talked about this much, especially not here on this channel. But I do practice, and I have been practicing for some years now, quite a bit of magic in my day-to-day life, especially around money. Personally, I've found that incorporating magical practices, so spells, incantations, cleansing rituals, things like that into my life, especially around money, not only helps me more consciously focus on my embodiment practices, it also helps me feel more grounded and centered and more connected to the beauty of life and the magic of the universe, and just how miraculous it is that I'm here at all, that you're here at all, that we're alive on this planet at all. And by doing my magic, my practices, my witchcraft, my light working, my herbalism, whatever you want to call it, by doing those things, those practices that I have, especially around money, I find that I become so much more connected to the beauty of the world around me. And I feel so much more open to all the different possibilities for money to flow to me. It also helps me to lay down that doubt of whether the money will come in or not, and it helps me shed those limiting beliefs that are often running on autopilot. Having these money spells, rituals, potions, concoctions that I practice with, they're all just tools to help strengthen my embodiment of my next level of wealth, to help me become the version of me who has all the money I desire. And then when I become that version of me, my reality catches up. So in my mind, the practice of magic is really just a tool to help us reconnect with our personal power and direct our consciousness in the way we want to, in the direction we want to, in the direction of our desires or manifestations, through the means of practices like spell work or incantations or rituals or potions or totems or anything along those lines. And of course, everyone has their own way of practicing magic. Everyone has their own beliefs around magic. I truly believe it is such a beautiful thing to have rituals, to have practices that open you up to the wonder of the universe, to the wonder of this life. And you can apply those practices and that intention and that focus and that sense of wonder toward any area. And for me, it's so fun to get to play with this around money. So while this is going to be a really short and simple video, I have a lot more to tell you about this subject of money magic. I have a lot more coming in the next few weeks that I can't wait to share with you, especially on this channel here, around different money spells, money magic practices, things like that. But I want to just lay the groundwork today in this video by opening up this invitation for you to ask yourself if you've lost that connection to how magical and how miraculous life is. Whether you believe in witchcraft or traditional magic or anything like that, do you feel completely enamored with the world around you and with life, and yes, even with money? Because if you aren't connected to how beautiful this world is, how miraculous it is that you're here, how limited our time is here, and yet how powerful you are, if you have lost your connection to all of that, then all of the embodiment you do to manifest money, all of the affirmations, all of the taking steps outside of your comfort zone, all of the meditations, all of those practices are for nothing. So today I want to invite you to open yourself up to start looking at the world around you, and especially money in your life, and see how magical it can be. And when I say magical, I mean, did you find any money on the street today? Did you find a penny? Did you find a dollar bill? That's magical. That's magical that money just appeared to you. Did you get a refund that you weren't expecting? That's magical. Did you get paid for doing something you love today? That's magical. This world is brimming with miracles and magic, and yet we so often look past them. We become numb to them. And we get so far pulled out of our power and our connection to the energy of the world around us that life becomes this dull, monotonous thing, and money especially becomes very cold and unfeeling. And you can live that way, you can live that kind of life if you want to. I personally have found not just more financial abundance, which I have, but also just more personal fulfillment in my life by looking for opportunities to see the magic in the world and in the money around me. So that's the question for you today, is how can you start opening yourself up to seeing more of the magic around you and seeing more of the magic in the way that money flows to you, the way that you hold money, the way that money plays, the way that you can spend money. How can you open yourself up to a little bit more of that magic and seeing the world and money through that perspective, through that lens? And just start to gently open yourself up to that, so that when I come back in the next few weeks with some of the videos I have planned for you, you'll be really ready to receive that information and really ready to start harnessing the power of money magic to boost your wealth embodiment practices and speed up your money manifestations. I can't wait. I can't wait to share what I have planned with you all. So be sure to like this video, to comment below and let me know if you practice any sort of magic, especially around money. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss what I've got coming for you, and I cannot wait to share it with you. All right, I will talk to you very soon.